In the wake of the horrific attack on New Year's Eve in New Orleans that claimed the lives of 14 people, a lot of people just want answers. They want to understand why this happened. They want to understand if there were more people potentially working with the attacker. Some people want more than just answers. They want to get something out of this. And Lindsey Graham is not going to allow a horrific incident like this to pass without him trying to parlay that into some foreign invasion and occupation for the next couple of decades. So he tweeted, as I watch coverage of this barbaric, cowardly attack, I'm not gonna do that the whole time, that was ISIS inspired, it is disturbing how far America has drifted from the fact that we're in a state of war with radical Islamic forces. The coverage suggests we're fighting a crime and that ISIS-inspired attacks are mere criminal events, not part of the larger war on terrorism. The difference between fighting a war and a crime is substantial. It is now time for America to realize that radical Islamic directed or inspired attacks are acts of war, not part of a criminal enterprise. The tools designed to protect America in a time of war being underutilized. I am hoping President Trump will realize this key distinction. And that, like, second to last sentence is almost perfect. He thinks that the tools of war, our bombs, our planes, our tanks, are being underutilized. Well, I'm sure his donors probably feel the same way. They would really prefer that those once again be deployed to the Middle East. And so how would, I don't know, invading Iran or whatever, invading Syria, going back to Afghanistan, like how would that help stopping a single individual with a car from doing horrific harm somewhere in America? It would literally do nothing. That you are no safer, but some people will make billions of dollars off of that. A lot of people lose their lives as well, but Lindsey Graham has never been overly bothered by that. This is such a strange ode to the dark time we were in for so many years, where they could just have whatever war they wanted. They didn't have to explain it. There didn't have to be a rationale listed. Causality didn't need to make any sense. And he just wants to get back to that time. And he's hoping Trump will bring us there. What do you think, Brett?
I mean, I think a lot of people, when the world gets confusing, want to get back to the old familiar standbys. And for Lindsey Graham, fighting ISIS is an old familiar standby. And he is preaching to a choir he thinks is completely there, but like the overall MAGA and Republican audience just doesn't really, at this point, it's much weirder than you thought it would ever get. It's all over the place. It's just, as long as Trump gives them the thumbs up, they'll rally around everything, and all the other beta units that are just kind of mimicking his leadership but can't quite play the same tune. Like Lindsey Graham end up giving you like these weird tweets like this.
Yeah. Well, let's he's sort of looking abroad. I think this is about Iran. I think this is a matching attack on Iran, which, by the way, that's coming. Like, especially if Pete Hegseth has been horny for war with Iran for literally years. It's gonna happen. Let's just accept that. But
ISIS has a better chance of like winning the recalification championship without Assad. So like, why would you do an attack? You kind of got an awesome thing.
I don't know. And obviously some people are like, well, wait, why would fears about ISIS cause you to attack the leadership of Iran? Now, I'm not saying any of this makes any sense. I'm just saying, what are we gonna do? Why did the response to 9/11 go the way that it did? It made no sense whatsoever. Right. I'm just saying that's what it's probably gonna be. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.